I didn't know if this day was going to come, but the iRacing career mode just received a big update. Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. We usually check out the iRacing updates when it's big for our iRacing career mode, and this is a big one. There's only one new thing that's going to be presented in this career mode, but it's this right here. The Chicago Street Course is officially AI compatible with the NASCAR Cup Series. Let's check it out. So, I've barely seen the layout, although there's been so much talk about this street course and whatnot. So this is going to be my first time ever actually seeing this track. And we're going to do 10 laps of racing. I'm already like, what in the world am I doing? There goes Denny Hamlin. I'm racing Kyle Busch's 3G car that he won Gateway with just the other day in St. Louis now. As I still find it, one thing about the past weekend I found pretty funny of NASCAR was a lot of NASCAR fans, for whatever reason, like to hate on the Chicago street race because Chicago's not safe, but yet NASCAR was in statistically the most dangerous city in the United States last week, and I don't see them talking about that. Nonetheless, this is going to be an interesting one. Really tight circuit, but you got to be quick, obviously. Street circuits, very unforgiving in any form of motorsport, but now we're taking these big stock cars. What a view we have, though. I mean, such a cool view of the city in ahead of us as I'm headed straight at the barrier and I'm dead. I have turned damage off for a very specific reason here today. Anyways, we act like nothing happened. We continue on up this little elevation. Then, of course, we head back down into, like, look how narrow this is. This is going to be absolutely god-awful for a stock car, I think, now. And then where are we going here? So really quick right. Then we swing back to the left, and then I'm pretty sure this kind of goes sweeping around, and I'm going to take it a little bit too much of a sweeping to the left, or goodness gracious, there goes Alex Bowman. We continue on. It's so tight. It is such a tight circuit, and I think this is going to be such a disaster for stock car racing. However, the only way to find out is by actually testing it and whatnot here as we go into the braking zone here. I really got to change the brake bias before we actually go into this race, but that's a lap. We made it a lap. We wrecked a lot, but we crossed the line, and there we go. Let's just practice turn one. I just completely locked up again, dead. Here we go then. We're ready to go racing in this pack of cars now, and I don't know what to expect. 10 laps of Chicago Street Course. I'm going to play it pretty cautious for sure, and we will just kind of wait and see what happens. I'm starting from the back of the grid, so we're just going to see how hard it is to move our way forward. We're already getting the green flag. We're taking a 90-degree right-hander onto this front straightaway. We're underway. Riley Herbst up my inside. I'm using the Daytona 500 roster now. Is just the first one I was able to find. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am terrible. I'm getting turned into turn one. We say, you know what? I'll take it. All right, let's move on. Let's ignore everything that just happened right there with Riley Herbst and others that I ran into, and let's actually get into the swing of things now and see what we can do. I'm not an American, so I don't know my geography. I got no idea if there's any significance about that cool looking building up ahead of us now as we head down into a braking zone here, and I'm honestly really scared to get aggressive with this street course. This car, the back end just whipped right out on me right there under braking, so that was fun, but still such a cool view up ahead there of the actual city of Chicago. I really dig that now, as I am personally, like I said, you know, as I go so deep into the corner. Oh, the brakes are just terrible. All right, let's try to get warmed up here. Let's try to get into the swing of things here and just stop sucking. But like I said, I'm not against a NASCAR street race by any means. I think NASCAR street race is an awesome, absolutely awesome idea. But I'm kind of against this one because I think it's just such a poor design for a stock car that I just don't see it working now, as I'm going to try and make some moves. Look at the single file action now. I think real life will be a lot crazier than what you see here. And especially, they might honestly be pretty calm in the first part of the race. I would expect maybe the original start could be a bit chaos. But let's not forget there's an Xfinity race for these guys to watch as well beforehand. But yeah, I do think that if we get any form of late race yellow, it's going to be, you know, just insanity from that point on, which just about every road course in NASCAR nowadays turns into insanity if there's a late race yellow, because the sportsmanship goes out the window and the respect from everybody. So I would expect that to once again be the case here in Chicago when NASCAR actually gets there now. Oh man, these brakes, man, they don't feel good, but I'm trying my best to just get used to this track. These are my very first laps ever here, so just trying to kind of get into the swing of things is a heck of a challenge. The brakes just lock up so hard into that corner. Thankfully, thank goodness we have damage actually disabled, so it'll come up and then it'll go away now as we are side by side into this corner. I'm not giving Pastrana much room to work with there. A little bit of contact. He gets into my right rear quarter panel there. Justified now is you got to be really, really careful on the throttle through this section here. I mean, there's not a lot of grip to go around right there. As I gotta say, I hate to be that guy that played devil's advocate. Track's kind of fun to drive. Yeah, I gotta admit that part at least. I just don't think it's going to present a great race. But, well, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But if there's good overtaking opportunities, that's awesome. But I don't know. That's really the kind of assumption I've come up with is just I don't know. Down to first gear through here. And, oh, that's such a weird corner right there. It's like a double right in one corner. As this is a corner that keeps throwing me way off up here. You gotta brake really early. I feel like I gotta brake earlier than the AI. This car, yeah, it just doesn't like to slow down into this corner like the AI's cars, because I can see myself visually slowing down well earlier than they are, and the car's just not stopping now as we go down into first through this corner. And this is where the circuit really does take a bit of a turn in kind of the vibe now. It gets really tight. But then you get this high-speed, quick section here. My frames did not care for that moment right there. Now as I'm going to try and send one up the inside of the 51. I say that, but it's just like I'm not even confident enough to get to the back and go for that move. So passing is definitely going to be for, I would say, people that are really brave. Just like that. You got to be really brave to make an overtake here. And that's why I think the later part of this race is going to be so chaotic, because once people get more confident with the actual circuit and that respect goes out the window, people are going to get really, really brave on those overtaking maneuvers here. And it's going to, you know, turn into, like I said, a NASCAR road course event like that. I'm just going to go in and bulldoze the 21 of Harrison Burton, get on that gas pedal, try to not slip around. He gets way better exit than I do. And now we're going to have to try and set him up one more time here into the next corner now. But I'm just, this is a corner that I think passing is going to be nearly impossible through. Saved it. Oh, good heavens, that was a little bit sketchy. I'm going to try and get into the back of the 21 right here. Just punt him, move him a little bit. Oh, I'm right on his rear bumper. Can't quite get him out of my way. Do I send one into turn one? We're already up on, what, lap 5 of 10 in this race. And I'm going to try it. I'm going to go for a big send right there into turn 1. And somehow we make it happen. I thought I was going head on into the barrier for a really quick second, but passing is, you know, quite simply very difficult. And that's not surprising here with how the track's set up. So it's going to be an interesting one to watch these guys try to pass each other, like I said already. But we go down into this right-hander. This is such a interesting corner still after 5 laps. It's just like, man, it's so interesting to go through that section right there. But we get through it, and this is the corner up here, the left-hander. This is one of the trickiest corners, I think, on the whole circuit. At least for me it is. Now I'm going to brake pretty early again, and Harrison Burton's going to try and lunge one up the inside. I feel like I'm getting a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, I only hit the wall on the exit that time, so I mean, we're making progress. Oh, Blaney's going to send one up the inside of the 48. He hits the inside wall, actually. So that's something they're going to have to watch out for. I can't see the wall right there on the right side. I couldn't even see it, so I'm turning into the corner kind of blind, just hoping that I'm not going to hit that barrier. And same here. It's really hard to see the wall to the last moments there. Oh, good heavens. We're going for it. Going for the overtake on the 12. We squeeze them out. F1 style, take the position. Oh my goodness, this is going to be such a demanding racetrack, such a physical racetrack, I feel like, as well. Not only, you know, actually drivers hitting each other, but just on the body. But goodness gracious, a lot of fun to drive this track. I got to give it to the track designers from that aspect, the driving aspect. I am digging this track, but from a racing aspect, I don't know. I'm going to send one again up the inside of Alex Bowman. Really late on the brakes again. Oh, I ran him out of room right there, as that's, I think, moves you're going to see late in that race right there, kind of stuff like that. I gotta say, I do think this is going to bring a heck of a element to our career mode series, though, later in season number 2 that's on the way. I was waiting for this iRacing update, as every time I hit that same wall, man, I don't know what it is. I just can't get the car to do what I need it to do there. But yeah, I think this is going to be Hold on. Alex Bowman's really sending it. Oh my good heavens, I am so bad through this area now. I'm going to stick it around the outside. Hold on to that position. But yeah, I think this is going to be such an interesting track. I've been waiting for this iRacing update to come out before I wanted to go ahead and start season number 2 of our iRacing career mode, but now it's here, so you can expect a clash, I would say, hopefully within another week or so. So stay tuned on that. We got some defensive driving up here now. I'm going to try and get into the back of McDowell, to be honest, and move him. There we go. Yes, sir. Out of my way. Oh, I put him in the wall. Who cares? Up in a P27 we go. So in 7 laps, we passed, what, nearly 10 cars. So it tells you, you know, you kind of have to work on it and just be patient as the race goes. I'm going to go down to first gear. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because I just wrecked myself. All right, now we got to deal with Connor Daly and the number 50 car right here. I'm going to try my best to be a little bit patient just through here. Now, if someone tries to make an overtake through here, I mean, good luck. You just saw what happens. I don't know how it happened, but you know, we got 3 laps to go on a restart, and suddenly I'm on the front row, and we're back underway here from Chicago Street Course. So now we have a shot to win the race, you know? I mean, it's crazy how things change suddenly. I'm going to go defensive on Austin Cindric, who says, absolutely, you're not doing that. And he's going to actually send one up my inside right there. Brad Keselowski now licking his chops. He's trying to run away. I'm going to try and fight back up the inside of Cindric, but my brakes, they're cold. Don't want to hit the wall. Oh, good heavens, that got close right here. Let's see if we can actually run down Brad Keselowski here, and if I do, I'll probably just punt him into the concrete barrier and move on with my day now and try to win this race. But let's see what we can do. Oh, I don't think I'm going to catch that 6 of Brad Keselowski, and instead, I think we all knew this would happen at some point. There's a traffic jam right here. Unless the car is able to do what I'm able to do and get out of the way, there will be a traffic jam, and nobody will be able to go anywhere. Up the inside right there, late move on the 47 of Stenhouse, but we get a job done. That's going to be a really good passing opportunity for these guys, I think, here in the actual race, in both Xfinity as well as the Cup Series. Keep forgetting that Xfinity actually is going to be racing here as well. It's going to be interesting to watch. All right, I've run down the main pack again. Once again, I think this corner, someone's going to hit that wall on the right because they're not going to see the apex, and they're just going to turn right into the corner and nail that thing, and that's going to cause a lot of damage. This is such a good passing opportunity right there, as long as you don't do what I just did. I'm going to try and punt 36 up and out of the groove here and just move them. Yeah, old school style. Maybe that was probably a little bit egregious right there. I kind of really punted them instead of just moved them. But white flag is in the air here now. We got Denny Hamlin just in front of us, so let's stay on board for the whole final lap here. White flag in Chicago as we head down towards turn number 1. Now, I could go down to first, but I'm just not feeling confident in first gear on this circuit quite yet, so I'm just going to stay in second for the majority of the circuit. Jimmy Johnson's up there, and that number 84 having a good run right now, but it's Keselowski out front by about 5 seconds over Austin Cindric here now. And then up here we go towards this right hand. I'm going to stay in third gear because my car has been really getting unsettled. Oh my goodness! Jimmy Johnson. What just happened? What just happened with Jimmy Johnson? I come out of the corner and he's up in the air flying over top of me and we have nowhere to go. Oh, let's hope that doesn't happen in real life. Let's try to actually, you know, finish this race. We just got hit by our own car. Kyle Busch there. There goes the 51. Oh my goodness. The final lap capped off by absolute mayhem as I'm going to really go into this braking zone pretty deep here, but we'll get the 3 of Austin Dillon, and oh, I cannot believe what we just saw right there on this final lap now, as we have a nice opportunity here to close up on the back of the 51, scrape the outside wall just a tad bit, sail it off in there, and now we just get through this series of left-handers to set ourselves up for the braking zone right there. A little bit of contact, that's okay, and there we go. Should be an easy overtake. Yes, it will. And you compromise yourself so much on the exit there that you can't set up for an overtaking opportunity here, so you kind of have to choose one or the other now unless you full send it, but it's not going to happen. So it's not going to be a good finish. We raced terribly. I was awful on my first ever laps around this circuit, but it was certainly, you know, an experience, that's for sure, as we KO Bubba and Briscoe and Buescher at the end. I found what happened to Jimmy Johnson. He gets tagged by the 48, and then that happens. Oh my goodness, he landed on my hood. So that's Chicago Street Course, everybody. What do you think is going to happen in this race? Let me know. If you guys are looking forward to Season 2 of iRacing Career Mode, let me know. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.